As I began my 30-day journey to live like the world's most frugal billionaire, I knew I had to start by examining my current spending habits. I took a close look at my budget and identified areas where I could cut back on unnecessary expenses. From canceling subscription services to cooking my meals in bulk, I was determined to adopt the habits of the ultra-frugal. I started by implementing a no-spend policy, where I avoided buying anything that wasn't absolutely essential. This simple change had a profound impact on my daily life, and I quickly found myself saving money without even realizing it. As the days went by, I became more mindful of my spending and started to notice the small changes that were adding up to make a big difference. One of the most challenging aspects of living like the world's most frugal billionaire was adopting unconventional habits. I started by waking up at 5 a.m. every day to begin my morning routine, which included a 30-minute workout and a healthy breakfast. I also implemented a one-in, one-out policy, where I got rid of an old item every time I acquired a new one. This habit helped me declutter my living space and reduce waste. Additionally, I started using public transportation instead of driving my car, which not only saved me money on gas, but also reduced my carbon footprint. As I continued to adopt these habits, I found that they became second nature, and I started to feel a sense of pride and accomplishment in my ability to live below my means. As I continued on my journey, I realized that mindful spending was key to achieving my financial goals. I started by tracking every single transaction I made, no matter how small. This helped me identify areas where I could cut back and make more conscious purchasing decisions. I also implemented a 30-day waiting period for non-essential purchases, which gave me time to think twice before buying something. This simple habit helped me avoid making impulse purchases and saved me a significant amount of money. Additionally, I started using cash instead of credit cards, which helped me stick to my budget and avoid overspending. By being more mindful of my spending, I was able to make smarter financial decisions and achieve my goal of saving 50% of my income. As with any challenge, there were moments when I felt like giving up. There were days when I wanted to splurge on a fancy dinner or buy a new gadget, but I reminded myself of my goals and the reasons why I started this journey. I also faced setbacks, such as when I accidentally overspent on a non-essential item or forgot to track a transaction. However, instead of getting discouraged, I used these setbacks as opportunities to learn and grow. I reflected on what went wrong and made adjustments to my habits and strategies. By being kind to myself and staying committed to my goals, I was able to overcome the challenges and stay on track. As the days turned into weeks, I found that the habits I had adopted became more natural, and I started to feel a sense of confidence and control over my finances. As I completed my 30-day challenge, I was surprised by the numerous benefits that came with living like the world's most frugal billionaire. Not only did I save 50% of my income, but I also experienced a sense of freedom and peace of mind. I felt more confident in my ability to manage my finances and make smart decisions about my money. I also noticed that I had more time and energy to focus on the things that truly matter to me, such as my relationships and personal growth. Furthermore, I discovered that living below my means had a positive impact on my mental and physical health, as I felt less stressed and more fulfilled. As I look back on my journey, I realized that the lessons I learned and the habits I adopted will stay with me for the rest of my life, and I am excited to continue on this path of financial discipline and freedom.